Did you know that the formula New Year, New Me is applicable to the ROG phones since it's 2021? And, wouldn't you know, here it is, the ASUS ROG Phone 5, one of, if not the best Android phones right now on the market. But before I tell you anything about the phone, let me give a warm welcome to everyone who stumbled upon my channel. Today, we are going to take a look at the ROG Phone 5 instead of the ROG Phone 4, because there's no such thing. The reason behind this is that the Chinese language has the word 4 and the word death a bit too close to each other, so they are a bit superstitious of that number. I'll try to be quick and efficient, so let's start with the outer shell. If you take one good look at this phone, you'll be able to see that it's a gamer phone. It's an ROG phone, no doubt about that. You can see a lot of tiny details here and there, so like here's the word ROG, tiny arrows here and there, stripes running along the sides. On the top you can see that the shape of the camera bump is one of its kind. And of course, if you somehow missed, we have a glowing ROG logo made out of tiny dots on the back. On the right side of the phone we have two shoulder buttons that are both touch and pressure sensitive. Between them you'll find the power and volume buttons, and on the other side there's the USB-C charging port and a proprietary connector for ROG accessories. We can actually find a secondary USB port on the bottom of the phone alongside with a headphone jack. As you may know, the ROG Phone 3 ditched the headphone jack just like so many other phones did in the last few years, but they brought it back in the 5 and it's better than ever. So if you're interested, here are the specs of the headphone jack, because we have specs for headphone jacks now. Now obviously it would be a sin not to talk about this SIM tray on the bottom left, but since we've just did that, we can focus on the front of the phone. Here we can see the completely flat screen with rounded corners and a tiny bit of like chin and forehead on the screen that makes it easier to hold the phone when you're gaming. So I don't mind it actually. On the top and on the bottom we have a pair of front-firing speakers that are the loudest I've ever heard on a phone, and I think they sound one of, if not the best, out of every phone I've ever tried. But yeah, I know, focus on the screen, because this is the main attraction, and for good reason. I'm telling you this because this phone has a 6.78 inch 2448 x 1080 resolution, 20.4 by 9 aspect ratio, 144 Hz, HDR10 Plus, 800 nit max brightness AMOLED screen, with a 300 Hz touch sampling and a 111% coverage of the DCI-P3 color gamut. In short, this is an amazing panel. So it's bright, it's color accurate, it looks great, it's big as hell, and it has a 144 Hz refresh rate. I mean, it's great for gaming. Oh, and if you thought that we were done, no, it is an in-display fingerprint reader. Because why not? You know, why not? I know it sounds a bit dumb, but we are just arriving at the crazy part. The motherboard and of course the CPU, GPU, RAM and everything that makes a phone hot sits in the middle. So if you're gaming on your phone, your fingers are at the furthest point from the hot middle part of this. And this design makes it possible that they could split the battery into two halves. So we have two 3000 mAh batteries for a total of 6000 mAh. And you can charge this battery with up to 65 watts of fast charging using any of the two USB ports. They've also improved the cooling system of the phone. So now on the CPU you have a large vapor chamber which is connected to two graphite sheets on the front and at the back. So they are dissipating the heat at every point of the device. And I know it sounds a bit over the top, I thought the same, but then I remember that this phone comes with the Snapdragon 888 and with 8, 12 or 16 gigs of RAM. And I'm not even joking, there is no application that can use up all the resources in this phone. So you can try with emulators, but I unfortunately didn't have the time. And all this crazy performance is controlled with the ROG UI based on Android 11 and with the Armoury Crate app. That's a power management application actually, and it can change the behavior of the phone. You can change the network settings, the CPU clock, the energy consumption of the phone. You can change so many things that it's not even funny. Oh, and you can change the color of the ROG logo on the back. Yeah, that's the most important thing, I think. Now, we could talk about the connectivity of the phone because it has Wi-Fi 6, 5G, Bluetooth 5.2. The only thing it doesn't have is wireless charging, but actually I don't know why. But no, I don't want to focus on the connectivity. I want to focus on the one thing that is not perfect on this phone, at least in my opinion. And that is the camera situation. You know, the cameras on this phone is not bad. They are just not as great as they should be on a flagship. So the quality I get with the photos and videos on this phone is perfect in my opinion. It just lacks a few things, like it has a macro camera, but the photos with the macro lens look a bit janky in my opinion, and the night mode has to overcome some problems because the phone doesn't really have a night mode. And now let's talk about accessories for the ROG Phone 5. And I have to tell you, there are a lot, starting with the fan accessory, which is not included with the phone anymore, at least not with the normal phone. ROG Phone 5 has 3 tiers, just the normal ROG Phone 5, 5 Pro and 5 Ultimate. And you get the cooling module with the Pro and Ultimate, but you don't get it with the normal, just basic ROG 5. To make up for it, they put 2 more buttons on this cooling module and a kickstand, so you can prop your phone up. Oh my god! Oh yeah, and here's my favorite accessory, the Kunai 3. This is basically Joy-Cons for your phone. And yes, it has a frame, so you can attach it to your phone. This is just brilliant, and I really want to make an accessory video for ROG phone accessories. And I think I will, so stay tuned for that. And actually, with that said, I think we are at the end of the video, so I will say this. The ROG 5 is one of the most interesting phones that have come out in the recent year, and they are unrivaled with the selection of accessories that you can get for your phone. It has incredible specs, it has a really good build quality, and everything about this phone just screams quality and performance. The two things that ROG strives for. So, what does it cost? Here in Europe, at least in Hungary, we'll have a $900 starting price for this phone. It's for the normal 5 and for the 8GB of RAM and 128GB of solid-state storage model. So you'll have to pay more for the larger storage and RAM options. I don't know the price exactly for the US market, but I do believe that it's $800. It's actually on sale when this video goes out because the NDA just goes away and I can release this video after they unveil the phone. So you can check it out for yourself at the link in the video's description. And I would give a huge thank you to everyone who watched this video all the way to the end. If you did, thank you so much. Please press the like button so I can see that you are here. Welcome, yeah, I can see you now. If you had liked this video and you think that you would enjoy more of my content, just subscribe. I'll have more interesting things coming in the future. Also, if you are interested in the ROG Phone 5, as I've said, the link is in the description. And that's all I can say for you today. So I hope we can see each other in the next video. Until then, have a nice day and good times. Sziasztok!